Hey, are you a computer aficionado? Are you looking for a fast, powerful workstation? You know what I mean? You can check out the Lenovo Workstation ThinkStation PX. This comes directly from Lenovo.com. This is not just an ordinary computer that you would use to watch We Censor YouTube, also known as YouTube. You can use any jalopy to watch YouTube videos, right? No, this is if you need something more powerful. And these computers are designed for data center usage, so you could use it in a computer room environment, or you know what I mean, or if you need something vastly more powerful, because they do include the Xenon Intel microprocessors. Okay, now the chassis was inspired by an Aston Martin, which whatever. Yeah, okay. Get it? It's a car. It's an automobile. It's a hybrid. It thinks it's a sports car. Advanced thermals. Now it does have rack optimization for data center usage. Designed for heavy workflows. It includes dual Intel Xeon scalable microprocessors. It does support up to 4 NVIDIA graphics cards, and that's optional. That doesn't come with the workstation, and they're discrete. You don't want anybody to know that you have 4 video graphics cards. It must be a secret. Shh. Everything's a secret, you know what I mean? Now, the front is accessible. You do not need tools to access the front here, and the hard drives do slide in the front. Okay, how about some photografias? Let's go back here and we'll start from, how about we'll start from there. Yeah, and there's an image of the front, one side of the front, the other side of the front, and kind of a downward angle in the front, downward angle front. Now, those were tower. This is considered a tower workstation. They do build ones that are desktop workstations. This would be considered a desktop workstation. They're wider. You know what I'm saying? So they have 2 different variation chassis. The side image, which nothing there on that other side either. Rear view. And you can see the connectors back here. Graphic cards and ports vary by configuration. Okay, I'm not going to play that video because that's a copyright strike on We Censor YouTube. Automatic copyright strike, I would say. Okay, let's check out some technical specifications. Now, they have very different variations, quite a few. And every time you increase in core and speed, you're going to increase the price. Now look at the price. $6,659. $6,659 fake Federal Reserve notes that the ruling class elite wants you to worship and use. Now, but look at Lenovo. They have this price down to the penny. 0.18. Who does that? This is over $6,000, approaching $7,000, the number 7, and yet they have it priced down to the penny. That is a penny pincher. That reeks of greed to me. The capitalist gone wild and chintzy, stingy. Why would you need to price something this expensive, well, that costs this much, down to the penny like that? That's just absurd to me, but whatever. Okay, so every microprocessor listed here is a Xeon, and some of them are gold, some are platinum. Now, what you could do is you could pause the video and you could look up the model, like the A8568Y. You could just perform an internet search for that model, and then on a search engine, the Intel page for that should show up in probably towards the top of the search. And then you can get more details. Okay, 64 cores were the most cores. And the speed, I think, I never give out advice, I never guarantee, and I think I never recommend anything. 3.6 gigahertz was the top end speed, and I never discuss boost and anything like that, because you can actually void the warranty on the microprocessors. And these are Xenon microprocessor, so I don't know why you'd want to mess around with Boost or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's scroll down. Now the operating system. Now it does support Linux, Ubuntu. Although I would say I've been using Linux for decades, and I've used both the Red Hat type of distributions such as SUSE and Fedora and Mandriva. And I've also used many of the Ubuntu derivations. Well, they're not Ubuntu, they're Debian. So you've got Debian, you've got Red Hat, such as Lubuntu, MX Linux, and Ubuntu. You know what I'm saying? You could try any kind of Linux distribution and see if it would work on this workstation. I don't think you would be mutually exclusive to forced to use, Ubuntu. You know what I mean? Okay, graphics. Different graphics cards that you could choose from. Again, the more powerful, the higher the price. But it looks like, as far as memory goes, it looks like 48 gigabytes is the maximum. 4 gigabytes is a minimum. That would be a T400. There's also the RTX A6000. And then memory, the type would be dynamic data rate version 6. It looks like they're all 6. Yes, they are. They're all NVIDIA. Although I think you could look it up. You might have to contact Lenovo, or you might have to perform some internet searches and see if other brand graphics cards would work. You know what I mean? Memory, up to 2048 gigabytes of dynamic data rate version 5. That would be, up to, that's the maximum. The speed, 5600 megahertz, but then the amount of memory would be 1024 gigabytes. You know what I'm saying? Remember, this is a workstation. Storage up to 28 terabytes for a solid state drive, the M22280 peripheral component interconnect generation 4. Also up to 24 terabytes for a standard serial attachment. SATA stands for serial attachment, I believe. Yeah, a lot of the YouTube technology shills probably don't even know what the acronym for SATA means. They wouldn't know what PCI means. They just read the acronyms. Oh, that's right, because they don't have an information technology background. 7200 RPM. So you have two choices for the type of storage. RAID, it is RAID. It does have RAID, redundant array. I don't ever discuss that, but this is a workstation, so this would be for a data center, high-end computing environment. Audio, Realtek connectivity. Front, it has a duplex headphone microphone combination jack, input and output, 2 universal serial bus A, 10 gigabits per second, and 2 universal serial bus C, 10 gigabits per second bandwidth. The rear has 2 Ethernet and a line in, line out, 2 USB 2, 2 USB A option. Well, how about what's in the box quickly? Muy rapido. Or let me see if they have a what's in the box. They might not have a what's in the box section as far as cables and all. Yeah, you would receive one ThinkStation PX workstation, one universal serial bus keyboard, one universal serial bus mouse, and a quick start guide. Adios.